Karen towed my boat without so much as a warning. So I did what any sane, saltwater-loving guy would do. I launched it right in her backyard pool. Not beside it, in it. You won't believe how this suburban naval warfare ended. Picture a woman with a cappuccino and a clipboard, thinking she could haul my pride and joy to a junkyard and strut away clean. She had no idea I'd sail her own rules against her, drop anchor in her precious pool, and turn her HOA empire into a laughingstock. This story starts with a stolen boat, twists through a wild stunt, and lands with a splash that'll have you cheering. Stick around, because Karen's about to sink in her own backyard. Let's sail you into Willow Creek, a posh Illinois suburb hugging a glimmering lake, where kids skip stones till dusk, lawns sparkle under sprinklers, and old docks creak with stories older than the cul-de-sacs. I'm the guy with the boat out front, 39, more at home polishing a hull than sipping wine at block parties. My dad was a sailor, hands rough as rope, eyes bright as a lighthouse, voice warm as a coastal breeze. He bought our 18-foot runabout in '85, a fiberglass beauty we'd race across the lake. Scout, my mutt, barking at the spray. It wasn't just a boat. It was where Dad taught me knots, where we'd fish till midnight, where I'd sit after cancer took him 6 years back, Scout curled up on deck, feeling Dad's laugh in the waves. Every scratch was his adventure, every hum my pride, a legacy I'd guard with my life. Willow Creek wasn't all lakefront charm. New money flooded in, McMansions sprouting like barnacles, their gates shinier than their souls. Enter Karen, HOA Vice President, the self-crowned admiral of Willow Creek Estates, ruling with a clipboard meaner than her perm. She didn't manage. She harpooned. Her bylaws a net on anything free. Wrong mailbox hue? $300 fine. Too loud wind chimes? Warning letter. Clara, my neighbor, got a $400 hit for a tacky bird bath. It had a fish big deal. Karen's patrols were relentless. Her SUV prowling at dawn, clipboard snapping like a shark's jaw, sniffing out joy like a bloodhound on a scent. Willow Creek Estates wasn't a community. It was her ship, neon notices her cannon, her smirk a fortress nobody dared storm. My boat was her obsession. Parked legally in my drive, permits clean, it gleamed. No HOA rule touched it. I kept low, scrubbing decks by day, walking scout nights, no trouble. Folks knew me as the boat guy, not a rebel. I liked fading into the hum of its engine, Dad's voice in the throttle's purr. Claire dropped scones, griping Karen's fines. Her mailbox took a $350 hit for chipped blue. Jamal, town mechanic, cursed a $450 smoke fine. His grill was pure art. Rosa, whose roses bloomed like coral, paid $500 for excessive petals. Petals? I'd chuckle, thinking my permits outranked Karen's pen. I'd sailed storms tougher than her. A clipboard was a toy. But Karen's eyes locked on my runabout. She called it a floating eyesore, once, her sneers slicing deeper than a barnacle. Eyesore. It was Dad's heart, my harbor, and I defend it with every knot I knew. She fired 7 emails in a week. Aesthetic violation, community standards. I sent permits, council nods, all pristine, whispering toes and bans. I wasn't just a neighbor to her. I was a reef, and that boat, Dad's legacy, was her target, one-sheet hunt till it sank. Karen's war kicked off with a thud, a neon notice taped to my boat's hull, her HOA seal glaring like a pirate flag. She didn't knock. She raided, standing in my drive like she owned my anchor. Your boat, she said, flipping her clipboard with a nail sharp as her sneer, is a blight. It's ruining our aesthetic. Aesthetic? My runabout was legal, permits clean as lake water, zone free since Dad parked it. I leaned on the bow, sipping coffee, and slid my registration over, city stamp bulletproof. Not your dock, Karen, I said, voice flat as a calm sea. It's my drive. Her lips twitched, eyes glinting like a shark spotting chum. Drives don't run Willow Creek, she purred, venom cloaked in foam. Standards do, and standards have hooks. Hooks? That wasn't a chat. It was a boarding party. I peeled the notice, Scout's growl matching my gut, figuring she'd sail off. No chance. By week's end, notices piled, printed, official absurd. Unpermitted vessel, $400 fine. Visual nuisance, $300. Safety hazard, $500. Hazard? My boat was cleaner than her cappuccino mug. I filed them, sailor's instincts buzzing. Log the storm, don't swing. But Karen wasn't tossing darts. She was rigging a tow. She crashed my Saturday polish. Scout's ears pinned. Her SUV parked like a battleship. Clara hosed her walk. Jamal fixed a gate. Rosa trimmed roses. Karen ignored them, zeroing on me, clipboard tapping like a war drum. That boat's sinking our values, she said, voice dripping scorn. All it, or we act. Act. My drive wasn't her port. I buffed the hull, cool as a breeze. Permits are clean, Karen. You've got no shot. Her grin turned arctic. She wasn't debating. She was commanding. Clara whispered, she's venom. Jamal nodded. Find my grill, $4.50 for smoke. Smoke? Karen's eyes dare me to swing. Then it hit. A Monday dawn quiet, my drive empty. My boat, gone, towed overnight, no notice. Karen stood across the street, cappuccino in hand, smirking. I had it hauled. Don't thank me. I checked my cameras. 3 a.m. Her call. Tow truck dragging my runabout to a scrapyard. No permit. No right. Theft. My blood boiled. Sailors don't fold. We navigate. Karen thought she'd won, but her hooks had just sparked a voyage she couldn't outswim. Karen's tow didn't just snag my boat. It gutted my soul. Her attack no longer a jab, but a full-on broadside, sinking Dad's runabout like it was driftwood. The fines weren't piling. They were drowning, each one a brasher lie. Oversized vehicle. $800 fine. Oversized? My boat fit my drive. Legal as my deed. Odor nuisance. $700. My hull smelled of wax. Not rot. Then came property devaluation. $1,000, claiming it tanked home prices. Prices? Neighbors fished with me, not her lies. I locked them in my safe. Sailor's instinct screaming, chart the course, don't sink. But Karen wasn't playing. She was pillaging, and my boat was her prize. I sniffed a scam. Years on the lake taught me to spot pirates. I checked my drive. Pavement clean. No violations. But signs grew. Clara caught Ted, Karen's lackey, scoping my gate. Said it's for a survey. She hissed, but he had a tow hook. Hook. Jamal saw Barb with a contractor, Karen's inspector, packing a radio. Inspector? More like a looter. I dusted my trailer, smudge prints enough to flag. Rosa tipped me. Karen's at the cafe, crowing. Boat's gone, town's clean. Clean? This wasn't a fine. It was robbery. In Dad's boat, his heart, my fight, was her trophy. That Monday, I stood in my empty drive, tire marks mocking my runabout, Karen's smirk burning my eyes. I hauled it back, $800 for tow fees and storage, my blood boiling. Driving home, I passed her house, her backyard pool gleaming, a luxury oasis she bragged about on X. Inspiration hit. Why park on my drive when her pool could be my harbor? Audacious? I'd sailed wilder storms. I called Chuck, my crane guy, and Lee, a deck pro, to map a midnight drop. No damage, just a splash. I moved quiet, cameras reset, permits checked. Emma, my lawyer pal, on speed dial. Karen's tow was illegal. No council vote, no court order, pure fraud. I'd anchor in her pool, then sue, letting her strut into my trap. Clara's tip, Karen's HOA meeting, her stage to gloat. I lined up Chuck's plans, Emma's notes, Jamal's photos, Ted's texts. Boat towed, boss happy. Happy? Not for long. Karen thought she'd won, her perma-crown. I was a sailor. This wasn't a fight. It was a launch, and her pool was my dock. Willow Creek woke to whispers. Neighbors buzzed. My boats towed the town's hot gossip. I stood in my drive, jeans loose, but my sailor's blood roared like a squall. Faces swung. Clara's eyes popped. You're that guy? Jamal grinned. Knew you had salt. Karen's HOA pack, parked nearby, froze. Ted's coffee hit the dirt. Barb's yapper choked mid-yap. Karen lounged by her gate, sunglasses low, her smirk fading. She hadn't known, hadn't dreamed the guy she'd towed was plotting to drop his boat in her pool. I parked my reclaimed runabout, hull gleaming, but that tow bill, $800, burned like bilge. Karen's heist was fraud, no vote, no permit, pure ego. Then Rosa dropped a bomb. Karen's HOA chat brag. Boat gone, aesthetics saved, framing my vessel as trash to boost her clean town cred. Saved? My gut roared. Sailors don't flinch. We sail. I scoured records. Karen's bylaws. Pinned solo. No signatures. Fraud. Bold as her perm. I dug deeper. Emma pulled HOA files. $12,000 in fines. No receipts. Funneled to Karen's cousin's consulting scam. My permits shown. Boat legal. Untouchable. Then the twist. Linda, HOA treasurer, slipped me a USB at dusk. Karen's emails. Ordering fake violations, mine included, to purge riffraff. Riffraff? My boat sailed Willow Creek. I stacked proof. Karen's tow call. Linda's emails, Clara's tip, Ted's text, boat scrap, boss thrilled. Thrilled? Not for long. Midnight hit. Chuck's crane hummed, Lee's crew silent. My boat lifted over Karen's fence, splashing into her pool. No cracks, just ripples. Dawn broke. Her scream shook the block. Something's in my pool. I rolled up, grinning, just sharing my passion. Karen, she raged, snapping pics, calling cops. Cops? I'd sailed her trap. My stunt was legal. Her tow wasn't. Her HOA meeting loomed. Her chance to spin lies. I prepped cameras, live stream queued. Emma's suit ready. Trespass, theft, fraud. Karen's ex-post crowed. Willow Creek's pure. Pure. She'd stolen Dad's heart. I was the captain. This wasn't a fight. It was a docking. And her pool was my port. Willow Creek's HOA hall was a storm front. Chairs jammed. 600 neighbors packed in. Air crackling like a gale about to break. Karen stormed to the podium. Perm, a fortress. Raging like she'd already won her war. We're saving Willow Creek, she crowed. My boats tow her trophy. A slide slamming it as an eyesore. Standards? Standards? She'd hijacked Dad's runabout. Neighbors stirred. Clara's fists balled. Rose's eyes burned. Jamal leaned forward, jaw set. Karen's smirk was steel. She thought she'd own the hall. She spun lies. My boat was junk. A slum, tanking values. Half nodded, conned. Half seethed, smelling rot. Ted tossed HOA rules flyers. Floors ate them like trash. Karen glowed. We've purified Willow Creek. Purified? My move. I rose, camera in hand, sign blazing. Private pool, public justice. Voice low as a hull creaking. I called, Karen, got a dock receipt to share? She froze, cappuccino splashing, expecting cheers. Rosa hissed, sinker. I hit the live stream, screen live on the HOA chat, 500 neighbors glued. Footage rolled. 3 a.m., Karen's tow call, her smirk as my boat vanished to a scrapyard. Then my permits, city-backed, clean. The hall roared, Jamal bellowed, thief. Karen's face drained. It's fake. I clicked. Linda's USB, Karen's email, tow the boat, no vote. Clara's clip, Karen at the cafe. Boat's gone, town's mine. Ted's text to Barb, hull scrap, pay up. Neighbors surged, Clara screamed, fraud. My stream hit 4 million views. Phones flashing like a tempest. I faced Karen, sign raised. You stole my boat, felony theft, trespass, fraud. I tossed Emma's suit, $15,000 damages, illegal tow, pool stunt legal. Case 2025, WC 77. You're done. She choked, aesthetic. Cops rolled in, my call from Dawn. Sheriff Klein stepped up, cuffs gleaming. Karen, he said, you're under arrest. Click. Cuff snapped on her. Ted, Barb. Dragged through jeers. Karen wailed, you can't. We did. The hall erupted. Cheers, fists high. Jamal hugging Rosa. Clara's laugh wild. Linda yelled, HOA's done. Vote. Unanimous. Bylaws burned. Karen's crown was sunk. My boat the anchor. Rosa's clip hit 6 million views. Neighbors chanting, justice. I stood by my sign. Dad's runabout alive in their roar. Willow Creek wasn't hers. It was ours, truth the deepest tide. Karen's cuffs didn't just end her reign. They sank her empire. Willow Creek roared. Neighbors flooded the streets, hugging, laughing. Clara tossing lemonade like confetti. Deputies hauled Ted out, his swagger drowned. Karen sobbing. It's a frame. Frame? Her tow call told the truth. The DA piled on. Theft, trespass, fraud. Charges stacking like driftwood. My suit cracked her HOA. $18,000 in fines. No votes, pure scam. Funneled her cousin's consulting front. No receipts. Karen's lackey flipped. Naming 15 scams, boats, sheds, all towed, all tied to her sister-in-law's Creek Realty. Clara's fence, fine in 22, wasn't unsafe. Barb's text brag, paid off. Rose's roses. Hit last spring, same game. 60 neighbors spoke. X lit up. Hashtag Creek Justice spiking to 8 million posts. Tales from California to Maine. The council froze her accounts. $6 million seized. Her pool drained. Her realty a front for scams. Karen faced 12 years. Her plea dead when Barb spilled. $120,000 in inspector bribes. Karen's name on each. Willow Creek didn't gawk. CNN ran Sailor's Pool sting. But we fished, sang, moved on. The HOA crumbled. Board quit. Bylaws burned. Neighbors raided the office, unearthing $4 million in fines. Karen's piggy bank for cruises, funded by Clara's birdbath, Rose's tulips. Leela to vote. New council, no fines, just trust. Karen's standards? Sunk my boat free. Clara clapped my shoulder. Your dad'd be proud. Proud? I felt him, urging me to sail on. Willow Creek didn't just heal, it sailed. My boat, Dad's runabout, parked proud in my drive, gleaming under starlight. No fines, all pride. The HOA was gone. Lake picnics, not penalties. Clara's fence stood. Roses bloomed. Jamal's kids raced where Karen's shadow sank. My stunt went viral. Kids camped on deck, neighbors cheering. Karen? She sold her house, fled. No post, no wave, just ripples. A sign rose. Freedom Dock. Boats always welcome. I toasted Dad at dusk. Scout's tail thumping. His runabout soared, fiercer than ash. Justice isn't loud. It's a hull, a town that fights. Got an HOA nightmare? A Karen who towed too much? Drop a comment. Your wildest clash. Where you're watching. I read every one. Craving your spark. Did this splash fire you up? Smash that like. It's sailing truth over waves. Share with your crew, neighbors, even a guy with the loud rig. New here? Subscribe. Hit the bell. We're chasing more wins, laughs, and grit, and I want you on deck. Oh, and wait till I tell you how Karen tried cutting my Tesla Charger. Spoiler, it shocked her back. Thanks for sailing with me in Willow Creek. Keep cruising, battling, crushing nonsense. Catch you next. Stay tough, stay true.